we're going to look at this and listen to this, but I'm going to be looking at the same screen that you're looking at. Now, this is the Boston at Houston game on June 17th of 2017, okay? And the first place we're going to start, now if you go down to if you scroll down here, you'll see that I have added MTK on the MIC, here I am, see? I have added a bunch of things here. This is the end of the game, okay? And then you go further back. Here's one at 2:15:39. Here's one, okay, now here's other people. Here's Dave, he says, here's one at 1:23:28. Here's Luke Shields. He says, whistling, these freaking cheaters will never be seen in the same light. I went to check those. If I couldn't corroborate them, I did not say thumbs up. I think that's very important here if we're going to do this. If you hear the sound and you can see what the person's talking about, only then give it a thumbs up, okay? If you can't, I would recommend not giving it a thumbs down, because that just may mean you didn't hear it, but if someone else heard it, whatever. But, leave it alone is my point. But if more of us who hear it on the ones where we hear it hit the thumbs up, then liking it will all be able to, we're more likely to, that we'll find more people who will be able to hear it. So we're going to start with the at-bat to Gaddis as kind of a principal example of this. It's a leadoff at-bat, and Gaddis is going to get 4 pitches. Okay? So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see. Come on, it should work.
The Red Sox didn't have to use the bullpen last night.
This should not be skipping. I saved the whole game.
Gaddis will lead it off. He's popped up.
I am
struck out.
There's no noise, no sounds. Man, this is not working. It's not working. We're not going to do this.
Pomerantz's command wavered. He walked.
We're not going to do this because it's just not working. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this thing over here because it's just better. So I'm going to hit pause on that, and we're going to try this other way because I actually have a better volume method, and we're not going to use Lightstream. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me that this is our situation, but this is our situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to use my little thing here, and we're going to use it, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right. This is a little device. So this is the game. Let's get you set up to where you're going in for Gaddis. 2:15:39. That's it, I believe.
The Red Sox didn't have to use the bullpen last night.
Right.
Gaddis will lead it off. He's popped up and struck out.
There's a fastball. There's
the
a
last
fastball.
inning for Pomerantz, his command wavered. He walked 2. He allowed a single.
No noise. Everything's normal.
And Mookie Betts bailed him out with an outstanding throw from
Fastball.
right field to cut down Springer at home plate.
And what we're all saying is the fastball, they don't do anything because that's most
Even
pitchers.
1-0 Sox in the bottom of the 7th.
Another fastball, right?
Pomerantz pitching
No noise.
brought to you by A's Ticket.
But now listen and watch what happens next.
So far tonight, he's allowed only 3 hits with 3 strikeouts, 94 pitches, which is excellent for him. There's no question.
Did you hear that? Boom, boom. And then it was a breaking ball. I'm going to give it to you one more time. I'm going to give it to you one more time, all right? Because this is pretty crazy. It goes boom, boom. It sounds exactly like that, all right?
Some of the thought process for John Farrell.
I can skip right to it if you just go to my comments.
Even the third inning, an RBI single by
we're gonna have to do that.
to drive in Mookie Betts.
Okay, listen carefully.
Excellent for him. There's no question.
There it was again. Boom, boom. That's it. It's boom, boom.
To go in 5 innings.
And so he knows it's going to be a breaking ball, all right? And this is such a pain to do it this way, guys.
Some of the thought process for John Farrell.
Oh, look, there's a thing on the side here. It's even better.
Gaddis, McCann, and Gurriel as Kelly works in the
Listen,
bullpen.
ready?
Excellent for him. There's no question.
2, right? And it's a breaking ball, okay?
Starts to go in
so this
5
is
innings. He threw
the bottom of the 7th, all right? Now, we're going to go skip ahead to the Altuve one. Now, a lot of these noises, we've all been listening to a lot of this, and I know it can sound outrageous. But I personally, MTK on the MIC, will corroborate at least 3 kinds of sounds that I've heard. The single bang, the double bang, and the bat clatter, the clattering of bats. Now, the single bang and the double bang are clearly for breaking balls and sliders, curveballs, or basically breaking balls and change-ups. Sorry, change-ups. The no sound at all, fastball. So if you're getting sounds from somebody, you can just sit and wait for a fastball, by this method. So, and then there's a clattering bat one, okay? Now this is going to be the clattering bat one. And by the way, in this game, as I'm saying, there are other fans who have written stuff like whistling. Here's them whistling. I can hear it. They say, for me, the whistling is tricky because people kind of are whistling all through the game. It's a lot harder. I did identify some of the whistling ones. You can check those out as well. Okay, but you just heard the Gaddis one. Now I'm going to play you out. That was the leadoff batter in the 7th. Now I believe Altuve is the leadoff batter in the 8th. Listen to this, okay? Oh, no, that's
some of the
still
thought
the Gaddis.
Process for John Farrell here is
still the Gaddis.
Gaddis, McCann, and Gurriel.
Oh, this is so annoying, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get this to come up. Come on, buddy.
Customize and save.
Ugh.
Liberty Mutual logo. Next video.
Horrible, isn't it? All right, now this is the Altuve at bat. This is the bottom of the 8th, okay? Now Altuve is going to get the clackety-clack of bats, which when Altuve gets that, I've seen at least twice now, means breaking ball. But Altuve is a short, squat, powerful hitter with great ability to spray the ball and to make contact. Very difficult to pitch to. So watch what happens when he knows he's getting, if you assume he knows he's getting the breaking ball, right? That's the kind of thing. And I'm going to say the clattering you hear is the signal in this case.
Twice the batting champion.
Oh, it came on after it. Shit, sorry.
Lunging.
So lame.
Drop in. That's over to get it. Altuve can really run, and he's easily in his second base with a.
Here we go. Sorry, that was Japan.
Jackie Bradley in South Carolina. 2011.
It's really difficult to do this. I wish I could use this thing and just show you on the screen. It should have worked for me. I really don't know why it's not. I'm very quite enraged by the fact that it doesn't work. So, it might be that you have to go a little bit ahead of it. That's something I've noticed too. It just makes kind of sense to go just a little bit ahead. When you set the timestamps on the ones you think are happening. All right, now listen.
Springer tonight has walked twice. He's also
Springer? Where are we on Springer? Oh, because I've gotten too far. That's why.
And we'll see what Matt Barnes
so we're all doing this to get to Altuve to show you the clackety clacks. All right. That's still Springer. I didn't check Springer, but it could be on Springer's too. I'm just sharing with you the ones that I've cut, all right? And this is all going to lead up to something, trust me. It's the 9th inning of this. That's crazy. Okay, here it is.
And blasted a home run in the 7th.
Got that short porch out there in left field. Previous to that.
Okay, here we go. Now listen for it. You're going to hear the clackety clacks.
Here's Altuve
That's
now.
going to tell him.
Hit. He's hit into a double play, and he's taking ball 4.
Okay, no noise there.
Red Sox 2, Houston 1. Another tight one. Another one-run game.
Listen for the clackety clacks. Watch his body language if you hear the clackety clacks, and then watch what happens.
In the bullpen. And Kimbrel would, of course, be available for the 9th.
Another fastball. No noise, right? No noise, right? Now listen.
Altuve has been a hit machine throughout his career. Hit .338 last year.
There it is. You hear that? Clackety clack.
Twice the batting champion.
He knows it's going to be a breaking ball. Watch what he does. He resets, lunges for it.
Lunging. That's going to drop in. That's over to get it. Altuve can really run, and he's easily in his second base with a double.
So it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy, and it's terrifying and sad to listen to the announcers, because the announcers are praising him so much. Like we all were. We were all like, God, this guy's amazing. How did he do that? But if you know it's not going to be a fastball and you reset your body and you can get down real low and you can see a breaking ball going any direction and you're capable of poking it, you have a distinct advantage. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the problem with the situation we have going on here. Listen for the clackety clacks. Okay, clackety clacks. There they were. He changes his body right
Twice there. The batting champion.
Now he knows it's going to be a breaking ball. He goes out there and gets
Lunging.
it. So that would be the argument. Now that's a pretty mean argument, guys. But anyway, in this game, I showed you the Gaddis and I showed you the Altuve. But the game goes crazy in the 9th inning. All right? This game is a 2-1 game in the 9th inning. And Kimbrel comes in, and I theorize that Kimbrel knows. He has figured it out. The boom, boom thing, he's figured out. He goes, wait a minute, this boom, boom thing is happening. It's McCann and Kimbrel first. And what I think happens here, I've written a little bit about it there, but this video is meant to clarify. What I think happens here is Kimbrel is like, it's a 2-1 game. He doesn't want to lose this thing. Feel like he's catching on to that. He changes it up. So the boom, boom happens and he throws a fastball. So now the signs are shot. And once that happens, the whole rest of the inning goes clunky. Like they have to change Alex Bregman out, because I don't think Bregman even, this is going to sound really rude now. I'm not saying Alex Bregman isn't a great hitter or Altuve or any of these guys. Okay? That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to talk clearly about the advantage that is given to you. And Bregman was young back then. They pull Bregman and put in Beltran. Okay, obviously Beltran has 400 plus home runs and is one of the greatest. He's Senor Octubre, all those things. So, this is where it starts to sound conspiratorial to anybody who's not actually looking at it. But if you look at it from the baseball standpoint, if you're already cool with stealing signs and you're looking at that situation, you need the power guy. And if it would weaken your guy for him not to be able to jump on a ball, you make that decision, right? Makes it that much easier. So this is the bottom of the 9th. It's a 2-1 game. And you're going to see Kimbrel to McCann. And he throws a 2-1 fastball. Then he sets. And he pauses. And he resets. There's like a long pause. And in the middle of the reset, you clearly hear the 2 bangs, signifying a breaking ball. Okay? They're at 3:14:47. And then he throws the fastball. And the commentators, everybody's freaking out. You could tell from the body language. And now the whole rest of the inning, all the batters are confused too, because the signs are out the window. I think Kimbrel caught him. And that's what I theorize here. Okay, so you just saw the Altuve one and the Gaddis one from earlier in the game. Now we're in the 9th. It's still 2-1. This is a tight game, guys. So here's what I think is going on. And I wrote a little bit about this on the, if you just go to the comments.
Kimbrel has made 28 appearances this season, and 17 of those he allowed no base runners. He only issued 3 walks in his last 26 2/3.
No noise. Fastball.
2-2.
Right down the middle. Now listen and watch.
Came in at 99 with that heater.
There it was. Boom, boom. So he's thinking, curveball, breaker, something.
In there, strike 3.
Now listen.
McCann fans, Kimbrel gets his first man, 1 away in the 9th.
And he completely confused McCann on that pitch because he shook off a pitch. Now McCann thinks he's shaking off a breaking ball.
Right.
Or a fastball, rather, and instead he gets the fastball.
Right.
I mean, that's little games that they play by shaking off.
Yeah, but it's also because of the boom boom. So now the boom boom can't be used. And watch what he does. He starts with the curveball and every. Watch what happens next. And they're all confused now. Watch what happens now.
First baseman Gurriel has gone 1 for 3 with a double He starts him out with that curveball for strike.
He didn't know. He didn't have the boom boom. Look at him. He looks like a man who doesn't have the boom boom.
Go up there expecting that 99 to 100 mile an hour fastball. He drops that hammer on him, and they all have the same look on their face.
Did you hear the boom boom that time?
On it there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Red Sox ahead 2-1 in the ninth.
Did you hear the boom boom that time? I thought I heard something, but I'm not. I thought they ditched it altogether when I checked this last time.
First baseman Gurriel has gone 1 for 3 with a double.
And now let's listen for the boom boom because we know the next pitch is a breaking ball.
The guys go up there expecting that 99 to 100 mile an hour fastball. He drops that hammer on him, and they all have the same.
There it is. Boom boom.
Doubled up on it there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Red Sox ahead 2-1 in the ninth.
Listen for it. Must be a fastball.
Big breaking ball. That one really swooped in there for a strike.
Was it? So now they don't believe they have the signs anymore. That's what I think is going on here. If you look at that, he pitches it at him. So he thinks it's the fastball, and he flinches his body.
Makes all the sense in the world. 1-2. Ground ball to first.
Yeah.
Handled by Moore.
So I think what's going on here is Kimbrel has figured it out, and he's shaking up the system. And they tried one more boom boom, and he threw the thing. And then the next one, which was silent, Kimbrel threw the breaking ball that looked like a fastball coming right at him, and he flinches, and it goes into the gut. Okay? Now, I know this is incredibly detailed. I know this is incredibly detailed stuff, guys. I know that. And I'm not trying to be conspiratorial. And I've already told you, I loved the Astros that year. I was so proud of them for changing, being in the cellar for so long, being like a team that couldn't get out of the cellar and dealing with all that stuff. And then to find this stuff out now is just really kind of frustrating. You know what I mean? It makes me sad. So I'm going to go and let you watch the ninth again real quick. All right. We're just going to watch this at bat here. This is the one I think where things are going on.
Kimbrel has made 28
Oh, you damn thing. Just work.
appearances this season, and 17 of those.
It's so irritating that this doesn't.
He allowed no base runners. He only issued.
It's because of this streaming thing.
3 walks.
It doesn't work.
In his last 26 and.
Well, this is going to be the fastball anyway. So, this isn't going to work. So, what I'm going to do is pause this real quick. Yeah, because it's basically because we're streaming, I can't do the cast thing, which is kind of annoying. But what I want you to take note of is basically the Boston game. The Boston game here. This is June 17th, 2017. And the things I'm describing, they're pretty much written out in the comments by me. Okay? I just wanted to explain it. And the other day when I tried to explain it, this hiccuping thing happened, so it just didn't make any sense. Anyway, thanks a lot, and I'm going to end this chaotic insanity. Do yourself a favor, check out some of these games. Check out John Boy. John Boy's great. And